Alright, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here, standing here on a little veranda of our home office. In this video, I want to talk about the key to becoming your own boss, self-reliance. And what I'm going to do is, if you're someone who wants to become your own boss, if you are someone that wants to build their own business and you haven't started yet, then I'm going to give you 5 points that will help you discover the ideal way of self-reliance. And I'm going to tell you right away, the third point will be quite surprising. So if that sounds good to you, let's get you started.
Have you ever wondered whether there's more to life than a meaningless, dead-end 9-to-5 job? Have you ever dreamed about breaking free, traveling the world, making good money while not having to worry that you could get fired? My name is Max Tornow, and I've attained that freedom, and I've attained that security. No more office dress code, no morning commute, no boss. This channel is for you, so here's to your freedom.
Point number one, you do you. That means a big part of self-reliance is obviously understanding what you actually want and not trying to force yourself into societal expectations or trying to make someone proud, maybe trying to make your parents happy, or doing this because everybody else is doing that. In fact, I remember if you had asked me what I want to become when I was, I think, 12 or something, I would have said like, oh, I want to study economics. Because everybody's doing that. There was no passion involved. I didn't even know what it meant. But I'm like, because that's what everybody's doing. And if you really think about it, how many people on this earth, maybe even people that you know, maybe even yourself, are doing something because everybody else is doing it? And is that really the life that you want to live? The life that everybody else is doing, And I'm not even saying you have to build a business because that's the ultimate goal or something like that. Do whatever makes you happy. If you're happy being a janitor, that's amazing. I'd prefer you being happy as a janitor than being miserable with a business. But ultimately, I reckon you want to build a business since you're watching this video or this channel, right? So understand that. You do you. Which brings me to the second point, and the second point is you set your priorities. It kind of goes along with the first point, but look, imagine it's Friday evening, all right? And a bunch of your broke friends are doing what they always do each Friday. They go watch a game, right? They get drunk and they party, right? Big part of self-reliance is kind of maturing out of that and saying, you know what? I would love to join you guys or girls, but I have other plans. And your other plans are working on your dream. In fact, a little personal anecdote, I literally just gotten a message the other day by someone who grew up alongside me. He was more an acquaintance, wouldn't call him a friend, but I knew him pretty well because, I come from a 5,000 people cow town, and he kind of said like, Max, since I started following you on Facebook again, like, you've done everything right, and it's so cool that that you have your business and you're traveling and stuff like that, and here I am still in the hometown and I'm feeling miserable. And what I really liked about it is he said, Max, you've done everything right. Because usually people say, Max, you're so lucky. But I'm always putting it like this, look, because it's usually people who tell me I was lucky who actually spent their weekends drinking while I was inside at home working. Right? So connect the dots with that and set priorities. If you don't want to hang out with people that are equally as broke and you want to become more successful, then you have to stop hanging out with these people, right? And no, you don't have to teach them something, and no, you don't have to tell them that you're better than them. You shouldn't do that anyways. It's bad karma. Otherwise, even if you do it, you will just meet them with deaf ears. But what I'm trying to say is you should set priorities with your relationships, stop hanging out with toxic people, but also set priorities for your own time. What are you wasting your time on? And I'll never forget that. Even when I started studying at the University of Vienna, I started studying Latin and English actually at first because I wanted to become a high school teacher, also because that's what everybody's doing. And I remember, like, I would get out of the lecture and I would have the lecture in my head and I'm like, okay, I'm going to study this. I got to go home. 20 minutes, I should be at home to go study. And like some of my of the student colleagues would be like, hey, we're going to go to the park and hang out. And I'm like, I don't want, like, it's a waste of my time. I'd rather study and get ahead with my studies. Again, I don't want to say this in a judgmental tone or anything, but you have to be aware where your priorities are, and you have to be aware where the priorities of the people that you hang out with are. And you really want to make a decision, is this really the kind of people and the kind of activities you want to spend time with? That ultimately brings me to the third point. Before we get into the third point, if you haven't done so yet, go give me a follow on my Instagram account. You probably have your phone in your hand right now already. It's very important for you to follow my Instagram account because I'm posting on there every single day. I'm posting value nuggets. I'm replying to all DMs. Also follow my other Instagram account, which is the Freedom Business Mentoring Instagram account, which is our beginner program that helps people get to their first 5 figures a month. Go check that out as well. We're going to show both here. We're posting value nuggets on business every day on there, so highly recommend you checking that out. The third point is the following. Being self-reliant doesn't mean doing everything on your own. Being self-reliant doesn't mean you're supposed to be self-made. The following point is very key. Please, please, please understand that. Being self-reliant means knowing what you want and knowing what kind of people could help you with that. Because sometimes people have this ego about them, like, oh, I'm doing everything myself, I'm figuring it all out myself, ergo, you know, I want to be self-made. But ultimately it damages them. It does more harm than good. Because why figuring it out on your own and making the same mistakes that other people have already done, have already made, right? Because it's just a waste of your own time and energy. So being self-reliant means, this is my goal, who can help me get there? What's the fastest, most efficient, and most sustainable way I can follow, right, in order to get to that end result that I want? So please understand that. If there's one thing that I want you to get away with from that video, is being self-reliant means also knowing what kind of people can help you with that. The fourth point is taking responsibility. Taking responsibility means first for yourself, and then for your immediate environment, and then for your extended environment. We often get this, that sometimes people, you know, they become our clients and they're kind of responsible in the beginning very well for themselves, but then they kind of start falling into this mindset trap of like, I'm here, fix me. But we always say it like this: even if you're our client and we really push you and we're following up with you, it is still your business. It is still your responsibility to succeed with that business. We're here to help you. We're here to tell you everything you need to do. We're here to give you feedback. We're here to keep you accountable. But ultimately, we cannot do the work for you, right? Which is why we always say none of our programs is a magic pill, right? Neither the beginning program, nor the advanced program, nor anything else. You have to take responsibility. And that starts in the very beginning already. Nobody's there to build your business. Nobody's there that tells you what exactly to do. Nobody's gonna just come to you like, hey, here, stranger, I'm gonna help you, go do this. No, you have to make the decision to take over responsibility, to find out what you want, to find out what people can help you get there, and then to execute these steps, all right? Which brings us to the last point, that is decision making. Being self-reliant also means you're able to take decisions and not procrastinate forever. You know how many times we get people on our call, for example, on a free consulting call, and they say, you know, oh, I'd love to become your client, and so on and so forth. But then they say, look, I've been procrastinating for so long. And oftentimes we're thinking, you know, when did you think about it first time that you wanted to build a business? And then sometimes they say, oh, you know, 2 years ago. And then we compare that with a client who actually started 2 years ago, who's making 50, 60, 70K a month already. This is what procrastination does to you. It literally costs you money because an opportunity costs. So being self-reliant also means being able to make decisions on the spot, saying, this is what I want, well, why not starting now? And trust me, it's the last piece of advice I'll give you here. The time is never going to be perfect. You're never going to wake up and the birds are chirping and everything is perfect. No, you're always going to be busy. You're always going to have other things to do. You have to make a decision and say, I'm going to do it anyways, even if the time is not perfect. So when you're ready to get started, I wholeheartedly invite you to book a free consultation call with us. It's literally for free. There's a link down in the description, or a link that appears somewhere here right now. You click on that link, it brings you to a page. You can read through the page if you want more information, but at the bottom of that page is an application form. You fill that out and then you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. So in that call, we'll tell you the exact steps you need to take in order to get started with your own first business as an online coach, consultant, or service provider. No, you do not need to have any prior business experience. If you have it, it's great. If not, no worries. Many of our beginner clients have never built a business whatsoever. If you're a little unsure what exactly it is that you could be coaching, that you could be offering, this call is exactly for you, because we analyze your strengths. We've done this hundreds of times before. We know the market, we know what fits well, we can tell you what exact steps you need to take. If you already know what you could be offering, that's great as well. We'll tell you how to monetize it. And even if you're already making some money with your online coaching business, but you want to scale it, you want to make money more consistently, that call is also for you. So like I said, link down in the description below. You'll be talking to a real person, either me directly or someone from my team. We have very limited spots. That means if you click and it lets you through, we still have a spot open for you. So thank you very much for watching. Talk soon.
My dear friends, FBM team, thanks a lot. Just closed another one, which brings my total FBM closes to 10,000 euros. Super duper happy. Can't even tell you how much things improved in terms of lead generation, in terms of closing in the last month, just because I got back to sticking to the rules, doing what the program tells me. Really great experience. All you guys, thanks a lot.